Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
It's great to be back.
Today we're exploring the silent strength of Sarah, a journey from struggle to success.
Interesting title.
And I think this one is going to be pretty inspirational and maybe even a little bit emotional.
I think you might be right about that. It's definitely a powerful story.
So the book starts off, painting a picture of Sarah's childhood. And it wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
No, not at all. I mean, right from the beginning, you see she's dealing with, well, poverty, a really small town, limited opportunities.
The kind of environment that could really hold someone back.
Exactly. And that's what makes her story so remarkable. You see how these early hardships actually shaped her, made her resourceful, resilient.
But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Well, in Sarah's case, it definitely seems that way.
The book talks about how she found solace in school, in learning. She excelled in her classes.
Yeah, that really resonated with me, actually. It's amazing how, when things are tough in your personal life, education can be such a refuge.
A place where you can feel in control, make progress.
Exactly. And for Sarah, that focus on education, it really laid the foundation for everything that came later.
Then things take a pretty devastating turn. Her father gets sick. They lose their home.
As a teenager, face that kind of loss, it's heartbreaking.
You'd expect someone in that situation to maybe give up on their dreams or, just shut down.
But that's not what Sarah did at all.
Mm.
This is where you really start to see that silent strength the book talks about.
She could have easily become another statistic, a kid from a disadvantaged background who just gets swallowed up by the system.
But she refused to let that happen.
Things like that hardship, it ignited something within her, a determination to create a better life for herself.
And that's a powerful message for anyone listening, right? No matter what you're going through, you always have a choice in how you respond.
Then comes a life-changing moment. She receives a full scholarship to a prestigious university.
Talk about a dream come true.
But, and this is important, the book doesn't shy away from the fact that even with the scholarship, Sarah's challenges weren't over.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
She still faced financial struggles, the pressure of being in a demanding academic environment, moments of doubt. It wasn't a smooth ride by any means.
It's so easy to think that once you get that big break, everything falls into place.
Right. But life is rarely that simple. And I think it's really important that the book highlights those ongoing struggles.
It makes Sarah's story even more relatable, more inspiring, I think.
Definitely.
Ah.
Because it shows that success isn't about, having everything handed to you on a silver platter.
It's about perseverance, grit, that willingness to keep pushing forward even when things get tough.
And Sarah had that in spades. I mean, the book describes her work ethic, multiple jobs, late-night study sessions. It's amazing she didn't burn out.
How did she do it? What was her secret? I mean, a lot of people in that situation would have just crumbled under the pressure.
Well, the book points to a couple of key things. First, she was incredibly organized, meticulous with her time management. And second, she had this laser focus on her goals. Like she never lost sight of what she was working towards.
So it wasn't just about working hard, it was about working smart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really valuable lesson for all of us, no matter what our goals are.
Breaking down those big, overwhelming objectives into smaller, manageable steps.
And having that clear vision of where you want to go.
That's how you achieve anything worthwhile, even in the face of, well, incredible challenges.
Absolutely. And Sarah's story is proof of that.
So Sarah graduates, lands this amazing job.
Like top of her class, right?
Yeah. Like finally, all that hard work pays off.
You really feel for her at that point.
It's like a huge sigh of relief, right? She made it.
Yeah, exactly. And you'd think, okay, that's it. Happy ending, right?
Yeah.
She could just enjoy her success.
But that's not what happens at all.
No, not even close. This is where her story gets really interesting.
Because she doesn't stop there.
Right. She could easily just focus on her career, enjoyed her newfound financial security.
Lived the good life, which, let's be honest, she totally deserved, right? After everything she went through.
Absolutely. But she felt this need to do more, to give back.
And that's when she decides to start a nonprofit.
And not just any nonprofit. This one's dedicated to helping students from low-income backgrounds get into college.
Which makes perfect sense considering her own experience.
Right. All ties together. It's like her own journey. It fueled this passion to make a difference for others.
So it's not just about personal success anymore. It becomes about social change, breaking down those barriers that keep so many people from reaching their potential.
And what's really cool is she didn't just, write a check and call it a day. She was really hands-on.
The book talks about her creating mentorship programs, setting up scholarship funds, even going back to her old high school to talk to students.
That's like she was determined to personally guide these kids, show them that a different path was possible.
Wow, that's amazing. Did the book actually talk about the impact her nonprofit had? Like, did it actually make a difference?
Oh, yeah. They go into detail. And the results are pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
There are all these stories about students who were on the verge of dropping out, kids who never even thought about college.
And because of Sarah's program?
They ended up thriving in school, pursuing their dreams. It's pretty moving stuff, actually.
And it goes beyond just those individual stories.
Right. They even talk about how her nonprofit influenced policy changes, got more funding for low-income students.
Talk about a ripple effect. I mean, that's real change.
It's incredible what one person can accomplish when they set their mind to it, right?
It really makes you think, like, what kind of impact could we be making in our own lives?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's easy to get caught up in our own little worlds and forget that we all have the potential to contribute something bigger.
Absolutely. And Sarah's story is a powerful reminder of that. It's really inspiring, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of makes you want to reevaluate your own priorities.
Yeah, for sure. Like, what are we doing to make a difference? It's a powerful message.
And you know what else struck me? It's how Sarah combined her personal ambition with this commitment to social good.
Yeah. Like, she could have just focused on her career, been super successful, and that would have been amazing.
Right. But she took it a step further. She wanted to use her success to uplift others.
And I think that's what makes her story so unique. It's not just about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps.
Exactly. It's about reaching back and helping others climb up too.
And it kind of challenges that whole idea that, it's every man for himself, right?
Yeah. Like,
Hmm.
success doesn't have to be a zero-sum game. There's
Yeah.
room for everyone to thrive.
And I love how the book shows that those two things can actually work together.
Right. Like, her passion for helping others probably fueled her own success in a way.
Exactly. It's like this beautiful cycle. Her personal achievements give her the platform to make a difference.
And then that work, that giving back, it probably brought her a whole new level of fulfillment.
It's making me think, what if everyone approached success that way?
What kind of world would we live in?
Precisely. I mean, if we all thought about how our goals could benefit others,
Pretty powerful stuff.
I think that's what makes this deep dive into Sarah's story so impactful. It's not just a feel-good story, it's a call to action.
Totally. It's like, okay, what can I do? How can I make a difference?
Right. And it doesn't have to be, starting a nonprofit or something huge.
It could be something small, like mentoring someone, volunteering in your community.
Even just being more mindful of the choices you make.
Yeah, like where you spend your money, who you support.
Every little bit counts.
Absolutely. And Sarah's story is, well, it's proof of that.
Wow, what a journey, her. From those early struggles to seeing her nonprofit create real change, it's been quite a deep dive.
Yeah, it really gets you thinking.
And honestly, it leaves me feeling pretty inspired. Like,
Yeah.
maybe we can all tap into that silent strength.
I think so too. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question. Think about your own life, your own goals.
Right.
What's one small step you can take today to kind of align your personal success with making a positive impact?
That's a great question. And a perfect note to end on Sarah's story reminds us that we all have that potential within us to not only achieve our dreams, but to make the world a little bit better along the way.
I couldn't agree more.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the silent strength of Sarah. It's been a privilege to share her story with you.
Until next time.
Take care, everyone.